What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you are new to the channel, my name is Cesar.
And my name is Leonela.
We have been hosting on Airbnb for the past 7 months. I think we started back in June 2022. So for today's video, we're gonna tell you guys how you can stand out on Airbnb, for an hour experience. And then we're also gonna tell you some tips on how you can optimize your listing. And also at the end of the video, we're gonna tell you how much we made in the past year, after hosting for 7 months. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Alright guys, so tip number one on how to stand out on Airbnb from our experience, in the last few months. And it is to use high quality professional photos in your listing, to showcase your place on Airbnb. We're gonna be 100% honest with you guys. At the beginning, since we didn't have a lot of money, we didn't pay a professional to take the pictures for our Airbnb. However, we did use our camera and try our best to edit the pictures to make them look good. As you can see, we're gonna show you some examples here. But moving forward in this new year 2023, after we remodel and upgrade some of the things in our Airbnb, we are planning to pay someone to take professional pictures.
And for tip number two, guys, be detailed on your description. Make sure to type everything that your Airbnb offers, and make sure to highlight every unique feature that you have, and also make sure you include details about the surrounding area, what your Airbnb is close to.
Yeah. Three, I think this goes without saying, and it is to be responsive from messages and inquiries that you receive from potential guests. The faster that you respond, the better, because if you take like a few minutes or even an hour, they might go and ask somebody else some questions that they have before they book a place on Airbnb. So we try to do our best to reply right away. Leonela has access to our Airbnb account, and then I'm the host, she's the co-host. So whenever I'm not available, she's available to reply. So we believe that's a really good tip for you guys. If you want to stand out, make sure that you reply to the messages and any questions right away.
And for tip number four, guys, keep your calendar up to date and be flexible with bookings. I think our cancellation
policy
is really flexible. We let our guests cancel like at the last moment, and we give them full refund.
I think also you have to be flexible with, let's say for example, when they ask to check in a little bit early. I think we don't do it all the time, obviously, because we need time in between reservations and guests to clean and do all of those things. But if we do have the availability, we do let guests check in a little bit early, just so that they feel comfortable and trust us and things like that. All right guys, so tip number five to stand out on Airbnb and optimize your listing is to make sure that your price is competitive with other similar listing in the area. For example, we always go into the Airbnb app and make sure that we are up to date on the price, and make sure that we're looking at the prices of other listings that look the same as ours. For our Airbnb, it's just a one bathroom, kind of like a studio apartment. So we look at similar listings in the area, and then we just compare the price. Obviously, if we offer other things, like for example, we offer a inflatable hot tub in our Airbnb, obviously we're gonna charge a little bit more than other Airbnbs in the area. So we use those other Airbnbs as a reference, to determine how much we're gonna charge.
The inflatable hot tub, it gives us a really good stand out on Airbnb, because a lot of the Airbnbs in this area, they don't have that feature that we offer. So
I think that gives us an advantage, whenever people are looking, to rent an Airbnb in this area.
And for tip number 6, I believe.
Yep, 6.
Remember so Airbnb offers an option on your listing, and it is called smart pricing. Remember to turn that on. What this feature does, it adjusts your prices based on the demand and competition around the area. And I saw another video about that on YouTube, that it says what's the cons and pros about smart pricing, and it talks about that sometimes the price is just too high, that nobody's going to book it.
Yep. So it is a good thing to have, it's a good feature, but you have to always, be cognizant and also be changing the prices and looking at, you know, how many bookings do you have ahead of time and things like that, because it can help you, but it can also hurt you if you don't look at it, you know, consistently. All right, guys, so last tip to help you stand out on Airbnb, you know, if you would like to become a host this year, is to use keywords in your titles and descriptions that are related to, you know, what are the things that people and guests are researching for. For example, we live really close to a theme park that is really popular in this area, so we just decided to include that in our title and also our description. In addition to that, we have like the university really close to us, we have a casino really close to us. So for our title, we don't put exactly the name of the place that is close to us, but we at least try to include and have those keywords. All right, guys, so with that being said, we're gonna jump now to the last part of the video. As we mentioned at the beginning, we're gonna show you how much we made last year, you know, just for hosting for 7 months, because we begin at the middle of the year. So we're gonna jump in our computer and show you in the dashboard, you know, how much we made on Airbnb. We're gonna show you, you know, the breakdown month by month, and then also how many nights were booked last year, the occupancy rate, and things like that. So as you can see here, we made a total of $11,876 earnings for the year 2022.
For some reason, it felt like more.
Feel like more? Yeah, I guess. But again, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys the breakdown. And also just be mindful that this is before taxes. Obviously, we have to pay taxes on this amount. But we are no tax experts, so we're not gonna tell you how much we're gonna keep after the taxes. But yeah, I will say, just to be conservative, we're gonna probably do like 30% in taxes from this, so you can just, you know, do the math on your own if you would like to do that. But
I also want to add that remember that when we started back on June, our nightly rate, it was a lot cheaper compared to what we have it now, or even we changed it in the middle of the year because we did add the feature of the inflatable hot tub.
Correct, yeah. So if you're not, we're also gonna put the video down below, and you know, where we show you you know, that amenity that we added to the listing and how we increased the price, and you know, the compare from the previous months to the month after we increased the prices. But here in June, we made $1,088. And that was the first month that we started hosting. I think we only had like 4 reservations or something like that. In July, it increased a lot. We did $1,744. I think at this point we were still charging less than $100 per night. But I think for this month we had like a really long stay. I think a guest booked like 22 nights or something like that.
I'm surprised that November is higher compared to July, because July was a really good month.
Yeah, but like you mentioned, it was a cheaper price.
Sure.
Compared. Then after that, August and September, they look kind of the same, you know, $1,900 ish. Those were really good months. I think we were booked like 90% occupancy for those months, so that's really good months. I think for October we closed a few days for our birthday, and then we had something else going on, so regardless, it was a good month as well. We did more than $1,500. It was $1,633. And then our best month of the year, it was November. We did $2,500.
Wow,
that's insane.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, so technically we pay our mortgage with that amount plus some more, so that was a really, really good month. Wow. And mind you, we only have a 1 bathroom, 1 bed studio apartment, so it's not like a big place. It's a small extra space that we had in our house that we purchased. So yeah, it can go a long way.
Wow, yeah. That's crazy.
And then lastly, for December, we made $1,059. Same thing for December. We closed like half of the month because we were traveling. So, you know, to make an extra $1,000 for the month, and also travel, and you know, not taking too much time for an hour, you know, personal time, that's a really good month.
And in case your guys are asking yourself, why do we close those days? Airbnb is supposed to run on itself, blah blah blah. Because we are also the cleaning crew.
Correct. Yeah.
And right now we don't have someone that we can have them be in charge for those days. in case something happened, in case they lock themselves out, or in case the door jams or something is going on. Right now we don't have that person, so that's why we decided to close and not to stress about it.
Yeah. I think it was better for us to just close and forget about it and then just start the new year. But like Leonela mentioned, we are also the cleaning crew, so we clean the place because it's right here in our house and it's not a big of a place, so it's really quick and easy to clean. But I think moving forward, if we start having more Airbnbs and things like that, we have to look into hiring a housekeeping company or a housekeeping person that can come in, just give into the code, and they can come in and just clean it for us. All right, so lastly, we're gonna show you here at the bottom just more details in the breakdown. So we have 119 nights booked for the year, and then only 65 nights unbooked, which gave us a total occupancy rate of 65%. I think that's pretty good. I think that's above average on the Airbnb platform for hosts. Also, it's good to mention that we became super host like 3 months after we start hosting. So that also helps, And then here you can see the nightly price. On average, it was between 52 and 114. And then for the cleaning fees, it was $1,450, which again we keep since we do our own cleaning at the moment. But that's pretty much it, guys. How much we made for the year. I think moving forward in 2023, we probably do double of that because we're gonna be, now hosting the entire year from January to December. So, and in addition to that, we are charging now $100 plus per night. So, compared to at the beginning, we were only charging, less than $100. All right, guys. So that will be all for today's video. We hope that you enjoy, and these tips will help you if you would like to start hosting on Airbnb, or if you're a new host like we were a few months ago. Don't forget to subscribe and also like this video if you liked it and learn something new, or like the tips. Anything else before we close the video?
Maybe in our next video we can do a video about superhost tips.
Yeah.
And how did we became superhost.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in our next video.